All right, y'all, so we're gonna pick up where we left off. The whole rear subframe and everything is done. Now we're gonna move on to ripping the plastics off, because we have to change the front stay to the Gen 5 front stay and then install the Gen 5 headlights as well. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take off these here for the windscreen, the two here for your mirrors. I just have block off plates. All right, once those are off, we're gonna move over here. Move that out of the way. We are gonna take off this small Allen head and then this push pin up here on both sides. So I have both of them off. What I'm gonna go ahead and do is I am going to take off the lower set of fairings. You're gonna have one here, up here, there, and then you have a clip here. I bolted mine together just because it's stronger and I do not trust the clips, especially let alone at the front of the bike. So I'll go ahead and do that. It's gonna be the same on both sides. The lower panel is now loose, and what I want to show you guys is how it actually unclips from up in here. So I'm gonna try to do this with one hand, so we'll see. It's gonna be a pain. So what they do is they have little tabs, so it slides in like that, like kind of like a hook, I guess you could call it. So you'll need to kind of tilt it. Oh, actually, you know what? I did forget something. In here, you're gonna have push pins for your radiator guards. Those have to come out. So let me go ahead and do that real quick. All right, so I popped them out. Those are just regular push pins. We're gonna go back to trying to pop this out. Now, they should just clip out like the rest of them. Yep, perfect. So if you see, they kind of have hooks on them, and then they'll slide right up in there. Both sides are off now. Now we are going to remove the front piece here, which clips under here, but it's going to be kind of hard to show you guys. This trim here has to come down. So we got to take this screw off right here. It's a Phillips head. Should drop this down completely. And then it's going to give us access to two screws, one on this side and one on the other side. So the screws are out. Now if you look here, this panel comes up and actually sits under this this top piece, this top where the windshield goes. So you're going to lift it up. And I believe this should all pop right out. Yeah, so that's like that. Give me 1 second. All right, sorry, that was kind of difficult to do with one hand. So you just pop them out here from underneath that top piece. They kind of clip in right there and right there. We are going to be popping out the fuse box, little tiny fuse box, and then we are going to go to that panel that we just pulled off. Now on the left side of the bike, you got to undo these plugs. This is the little clip bracket for where the fuse box sits. We're going to remove these. I don't have my new fairings yet to just put this right back on, but we're going to remove these for now. So my next step is I'm going to remove the headlights, which should be this here. I believe there's one. No, that might only be it. I'm not really quite sure. I don't remember. So we're going to start with this one here and that one at the top of the other side. All right, so I removed the top two 10 millimeters and it actually loosened up the whole top piece. So what I'm going to go ahead and do now is to remove the top fairing. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4 Phillips heads. So now that that's off, you're gonna pull this cover back right here, the little rubber grommet, to get to the clip for the Speedo. Now looking in here, it looks like there is just 1, 2, 3 10mm bolts to take the fairing stay off. Okay, so what I did was I undid the 3 bolts, 10mm up here, and then there was 3 screws, one there, one dead center in the middle, and one there that were Phillips heads that removed the cluster from the bike. So here's the Gen 5 cluster. What I'm gonna have to do is there is the 3 rubber grommets that go obviously right here. I'm gonna have to take them out of the old one and then put them in here. So this is the Gen 5. I transferred the grommets over. As you could tell, there is a slight difference in mounting there and there compared to the Gen 4. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put this on with the 3 bolts here. All right, y'all, so what I went ahead and did was I put the 3 10mm back in. I used some red Loctite. I went ahead and plugged this back in, and then we are gonna go ahead and mount the Gen 5 headlights. All right, y'all, so the headlights are installed and bolted back down with the 2 10mm I took out at the beginning. So I'm looking at this up here, and I'm not quite sure if I like that or if that's normal, especially with the gap right here too. I don't know if it's supposed to go in or not. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go look it up real quick. There's bolt holes here. I'm not quite sure what they are for. Same thing on the other side. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna look up online and see what I can find. So when I was doing a bunch of research, the fairings actually bolt up to here and down here as well. So that's gonna stop this from wiggling around. So up next, we are going to wire in the headlights, different plugs, obviously. So it doesn't matter what wire goes here, because this can be put either way when on your bulb. So I am going to cut this off, and wire it in. All right, so I have the left side headlight wired in. What I ended up using was heat shrink speed connectors. That way I can unplug them and remove the whole headlight or whatever if I need to without having to cut and splice the wires every single time. All right, y'all, so I went ahead and did the same thing to the other side, and now we have headlights. So that's going to be it for now. Unfortunately, the fairings that I ordered came in absolutely destroyed, so we're going to be sitting like this for a hot minute.